Welcome to Pure Intuitive Talk with me, Trish Smith. I'm a multi-dimensional channeler sharing my gift to assist others to connect and work with their whole being, helping bring them into a beautiful way of high-frequency living. Immerse yourself in an hour of nourishment that feeds your spiritual journey and invites you to embrace your empowered soul. You'll feel armed with new understandings for how to shift from pain to love as we explore topics from shamanic sound healing to gut health. Are you ready to take accountability for the impact that we have on the world around us and learn new tools and techniques to feel whole again? Of course you are, and you're in the right place. Pure Intuitive Talk starts now. Hey everybody, welcome to Pure Intuitive Talk. I'm your host, Trish Smith. With me today is Jevon, and we are talking about all kinds of things today. So we actually have a lot to share, and we have an hour to do it. Today is the first day that I've met him in person. Let you introduce yourself, and then I'll tell him how I found you.
Okay. Thank you for having me. I am Jevon Deese, owner of I Supported the Brand. My brand is all about supporting community. 15% of all of my profits are donated to the houses and shelters here in Portland. In the 4 years I've been in business, I've been able to feed over 6,700 people. I've clothed over 2,700, and I've donated over $38,000 to the shelters and houses here in Portland. So just on a mission of support and community,
I'm gonna cry. Okay, so I'm not gonna cry yet. I usually end up crying on an episode, but I'm gonna tuck that one back in. I'll cry later, maybe. Yeah, and so he and I are part of the same community page on Facebook. It's for old people, and you're almost there. And so I saw his post about him putting on a dinner he's doing at a place called A Path Home in Gresham. Obviously people can listen to this all over, and so you may not be familiar with our community, but we're outside of Portland, and Gresham is on the outskirts of Portland. And so Gresham is home to the place that he's working with to put on a dinner. He did one last year.
Yes.
And how many people did you feed last year?
Last year we was able to feed 90 people last year. And this year we're striving to feed 120.
So cool.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm scrolling through Facebook because I'm tired in bed or whatever. And I came across his post. And I was excited, right? To be honest with you, I don't see a lot of people doing a lot, right? You don't run into very many people that are taking the time to start their own hustle for building community and giving back, right? I don't want to sound like a real dick, but most people are really more worried about themselves, mm-hmm. right? And a lot of people are self-serving, especially in the society that we've created. So for me, seeing his post, I'm not gonna lie, I got super excited.
Yeah,
I got really excited. I hit him up.
Yes, you did. And now I'm here. But so yeah, I just feel like if we were to give 5% of the love we give to our circles to people outside of our circles, the world will be a better place. And if every person did that, it'd be nothing but love. So I like
your stats.
Yeah. So I just think that if we show the love to our circles, to people that are less fortunate, that don't have, that are striving to do better and get better, and not just look at people as enemies. I use the word enemies because we look at each other as, I don't know you, I don't know where you're from, you might be harmful, dangerous. So now that is what you would do for an enemy. You would put them on the outskirts of you. But if we brought people in, we'll be in better shape.
So much better shape.
Yeah.
So much better shape. We won't go down that rabbit hole, dude.
Yeah.
So to be honest with you, like when I saw your post, and I got really excited, I wanted to be a part of that, right? Because I love getting my hands dirty. I love getting my, self into the trenches and using my hands and feet, right? And that's something that he and I have had conversations about being God's hands and feet, right? And doing what we feel like we're called to do. And in my opinion, by you acting, right? Like you're modeling for the community, you're setting that example, and then you will have other people that want to jump on board with your mission. Because it's not all the time, like there's a lot of people that do want to give, but they don't have what you have, which is like the go and like create that path.
Yeah,
So you're breaking the ground for other people to get on board with you.
Yeah, that comes from me being houseless myself. I was in a situation and it caused me to be houseless. I was houseless for about 8 months, but it was the people that was around me, the community that was around me that had love for me and wanted to support me and said, nah, we're gonna help you get to where you're going because we see something in you and we don't want to let that die.
Well, I'm glad that they didn't.
Yeah.
I don't think you would have either. I don't think you have that spirit, but
yeah. Well, to be honest, I didn't know what was gonna happen. I didn't know. I was in my lowest of lows, I believe.
Okay, yeah, I've been there. But, I know what you mean. Yeah, where you're like, I didn't know if I had it in me.
Yeah.
There's been those times where we don't, huh? Yeah. Okay.
And because of the community and the support system that I had around me, I'm able to be here and talk about what I do today. And because of God putting that will in me, we're here. And so, like you were saying before, right now, I'm awesome, and I think you're awesome too. Everybody that reach out to me over the post about what I do, I believe is an awesome thing because, excuse me, I believe that once you put out a light and you see the light draws good, bad, whatever you can find. But the good people always shine the brightest. And when they come together and say we have 3 good people in the room and we're making things happen, that 3 good people connects to other people and then it grows. And in the 4 years I've been doing this, I can see that it's constantly growing. It's constantly growing. It's more and more people reaching out, seeing what I'm doing and saying, that is awesome. How can I help? How can I be a part of? Can I put my hands in? Exactly what you did. And I just believe that is awesome. And I'm thankful for that. I'm humbled by that. Even though I do pop it now, I tell you all about what I do. Because like I said, I think I'm awesome.
I love that about you. I lack that. And I would like to gain that confidence that you have by spending time with you. Like, because I really, I lack that.
No, you gotta pop it. You gotta pop it. You gotta pop it. You gotta put it out there because you know you work hard for what you have and you're supposed to shine. I believe everybody has a light and they should shine.
I keep asking for confidence. I'm like, okay, can I get confidence? And I'm like, but I do feel like even when I first started doing this show, like I was so terrified to do it. Like I was scared to death.
Yeah,
I was having stomach issues. Like I was terrified. And so it's like the more we do it, we're being called to do, like the more comfortable we get doing it, right?
Exactly.
And so maybe at some point all we really get about just saying it, right? Like
exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Okay.
And you just also want to let people know about it. You want to be able to speak on it, and you want to be able to show the passion that you have for what you're doing. And when I speak on it, you can feel the passion radiate from me. I was in that position, so I know how it feels to be houseless. I know how it feels for people to look at you and be like, oh, you don't have it. Are you on drugs? I've never been on.
See, when I lived in my truck, we were talking earlier, and I was houseless for a summer, but I was on a lot of drugs. And so it honestly didn't bother me. I was in Southern California and it wasn't really cold, and I was working, so I had money, so I was eating Burger King, so much Burger King.
That's good.
I loved it. And then, but I mean, like you said, I was on a lot of drugs back then, and so I would sleep on the concrete and I felt comfortable because I was so tired from not sleeping for days that honestly that cool concrete kind of felt nice. You just like fall asleep on it and it was like, I don't know, but I was on a lot of drugs. So I don't know what it's like to live in my vehicle and be sober.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah, it was scary. It was
That's
scary
hard.
for a bit, and then not knowing which way was up. Like I said, the community that was around me just came in and they grabbed me. And I felt so much love. They was like, look, I was like, I don't want the handouts. They was like, it's not a handout. It's a hand up because we're helping you up. And that's what I see that I do for the people. I come in, I create a vibe for everyone and make everyone feel like people. I make everyone feel like we're family. I make everyone feel like we're
I'm gonna
loved.
keep him just for the record. I love listening to you talk. I don't say that very often to people. Not to be a dick, but
Thank you. But yeah, I just make people feel like they're loved. And so I come in, I bring food, I find out what people need, the direct needs. I talk to the people, shaking hands and say, hey, how can I help you? Because I don't want to just come up with things that you don't need.
yeah,
You're
you're smart.
I'm coming up with what I talk to you. I'm like, I really talk to you and I'm sharing my story with you as they share with me. And so we're just building a relationship because we're people and relationships matter to everyone.
They do to everyone. That's the hard part right now. I think people are trying to deny that. It's not working.
Yeah, it's not
working. They can deny it. It's not working. People are turning to substances and turning it to, entertainment. And then our needs as like a human soul aren't being met.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we only have like a minute left.
Okay.
Is there anything else you want to say before we go to break? And then we're gonna come back.
No.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. We're going to take a minute for a break and we'll be right back. Thank you for listening. This is Trish Smith with Pure Intuitive Talk. I've got Jevon here with me today and we will be back in a minute. Thank you. Hi, everybody. Welcome back. You're tuned into Pure Intuitive Talk. Right now, we're on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm your host, Trish Smith. With me, we have Jevon Deese, and he is telling us so much. I feel like you have so much to give and so much to say and so much to offer. And we were talking a little bit about your background, a little bit about your brand, and a little bit about what you're doing for the community. But like, we've only touched the tip of the iceberg on any of it, right? So let's talk about what you want to talk about. You want to talk about your brand? You want to talk about your dinner? What do you want to talk about?
Okay, so as I said before, my brand is all about supporting community. I design all of the things you see on the clothing I create. So I draw it up, I digitize it, I bought all the equipment to apply it to clothing.
Wow.
And I taught myself that. I literally got on YouTube. And I watched every video that I needed to watch and I applied myself and now my items have been in over 11,000 people's hands. I have sales in 40 different states.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm over here winging it through life.
I was
literally like from 1 minute to the next, he's over here like got plans, like executing, learning. Like, wow.
No plans, no plans. It's just more so ideas and saying, I know how awesome I am. And I know that if I apply myself, I can achieve anything that I apply myself to.
Can you like install that into every child on this planet?
Yeah, let me
Can you give them that gift?
Let me talk to them.
I think you should. Sorry, we'll get onto that later, but I really do think you talking to kids.
Yeah. So yeah, let me talk to them and we'll make it happen. But I just feel like whatever I apply myself to, I can do. And I've proven that time and time again. So with the clothes, I want it to be, I feel like I can dress. I feel like
you do, you're doing it good. You're doing it good.
I feel like I can
He's doing it
good. And so I wanted to make something that where it's a good representation of me, but I also wanted to be positive. because growing up I was bad. I was bad. But I bumped my head so many times that now it's like I got to get it right. And I just wanted to spread nothing but positivity. So I was like, what can I do? What can be the most different thing and a name that'll make it pop, right?
It is
So
different. I looked at your merch and it's
Mhm.
different and I love it. And I've got to order me some stuff. Because it is like it's not like superficial positive.
Mhm.
It's real
Mhm.
positive.
Mhm.
And we see a lot of superficial positive stuff right now. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a real turnoff for me.
Mhm.
And but you have like genuine positive, like real messages,
Mhm.
like your flight is possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh yes. Yes.
If you dream it, you can achieve it.
Yeah.
It is possible. Yeah, and that's like a lot of the collections I make. Like this hat I made, it says God got me. It has a pair of praying hands and a bird, and the stamp for ISI for short. I support it. So it's just also just wrapped in an embodiment of me, and then positivity around it. So everybody gets a version of me because there's so many versions.
We're all dynamical creatures.
Exactly,
Mhm.
exactly. So I just wanted to do that, and I did it, and I'm happy that I took the steps to do it. I'm happy that God put the thoughts inside of me to make me want to do that, and I'm thankful. Um, that has caused me to say, well, I'm gonna take 15% of all of my profits and I'm gonna donate it back.
Okay, now I gotta make
Because
you cry again.
yeah, because I want to make an impact
Yeah.
and a positive one at that. I don't want to say I make something and you can buy it from me. And that's all that it stops at.
Yeah.
I make stuff so when you buy it from me, I go to work. I'm ready to go and see because every purchase helps someone. Every purchase feeds someone. Every purchase may put clothes on somebody's back. May sit there. You see me and you see, I take the shoes that I don't wear no more and I go and really good shoes.
I would say he's got nice shoes. Hard shoes.
Really good shoes. And I take them and I go and give them out to people. I say, what size you are? Here, you can have these. And they're like, wow, man, these are almost new. I'm like, yeah, you can have those.
My brother has that. My brother doesn't wear socks that get a little older. He doesn't wear shoes that get a little older. He one time was like, can you please stop digging through my trash? I'm like, please stop throwing away nice stuff.
Yeah.
I won't have to dig through your trash can if you don't throw away nice things. Because he would throw them away. So I finally got him, he had a court date and he's like, Trish, you'd be proud of me. He's like, I hung the suit because he'd go buy a suit for his court dates, and then he'd throw them away. And he's like, I don't need a suit except for the court. He'd grow his hair out for court and he'd buy a suit. And he's like, I hung it on the dumpster, Trish. I hung it, I didn't throw it in. I hung so someone can have it. I was like, thank you. Is that so hard to do? So, right? You know what I mean? Like when you have nice things, like I'm so grateful that you give them away and don't throw them away. That bothers me.
No,
Sorry, go ahead.
because people can use them.
They can use them.
Yeah.
People can use it. Yes.
Yeah. So, and that just caused a ball that just kept rolling, right? It caused me to create the burger drop where I would go out and I would feed people on the side of the streets with that 15% in the help of community. I would go out and buy. It started out with 80 burgers. Then it grew to 500 burgers.
Nice.
Then it grew to 800 burgers. And then one time I said, I'm gonna go get some chicken instead of these burgers, right? And I had bought, I believe it was like 200 pieces of chicken, and I was like, I've never seen this chicken all at one time. I've never seen this much chicken at one time. And so I went out.
Those poor birds.
Yeah. Yeah. But they was feeding some people though. So thank you,
They're
birds.
delicious.
Yeah.
I'm not vegan or vegetarian, so you're good. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So I went out and I was looking for the people to help. And so Oregon, City of Portland was saying, hey, we're going to start cleaning up and pushing people away. So for the eye, it'll be better for the eye. It looks more appeasing to people that come to the city. Instead of actually helping the people, and finding places for them to go.
Yeah.
And so we'll just push you out to where you ain't seen. So it was difficult that day. I couldn't find that many people.
Like 200 pieces of chicken.
Yes, and they was cleaning up the camps, and the camps was gone, and so I was kind of panicking. So
Like, where do I have
yes,
chicken?
yes.
Wow.
So I got on Google,
Oh,
and Google helped me. Google helped me find Path Home.
okay. That's how you found Path Home. See how smart he is? He brought it all back. Oh, you're good.
Yeah.
I was just listening. Okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
that helped me find Path Home, and from there, I called and I was like, "Hey, I'm Jevon. I do this awesome thing,
200 pieces
and
of chicken in my hands right now. Right.
can I come there and
Such
I
a good
feed the
story.
people?"
Yeah.
And they was like, "Yeah, sure, bring it on." And when I went there, it was just so heartwarming to see that they're not just putting people in small little places. They bought apartment buildings
Mm,
and let people live in the apartment building.
nice. Nice.
They helped them from houselessness to having their own home.
Yeah, that's what I thought. They
Mhm.
get them stable, right?
Mhm.
First, yeah, help people with all of the things.
Mhm.
I don't do paperwork.
Yeah. They give them all the resources.
Yeah, I would need help with all that.
Mhm.
That stuff's hard to do.
Yes, yes. And then they also, once they find a home, they stay with them. Like no matter for however long, they stay with them and they hold their hand through the process.
Nice.
So if something was to happen and they truly need the help, they're there. They don't
Okay.
need to go out and say, "Well, I might be houseless again. I might not have again." That fear is not there no more
Wow.
because they always have the resources of Path Home.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know much about them, so
Yeah. So
okay.
that was like, wow. Like,
Yeah.
wow. How can I help y'all? How can I come in and help y'all? Like, cause that in my mind, that is amazing. Like, because I learned about how many people they help, how long they've been helping people. Brandy is the owner and she's awesome. And I met her and sat down and talked to her. We planned this thing called, it's called Dinner and Path Home Dinner.
And that's how I met him. I'm glad you were advertising for the dinner that you're putting on
Yes.
for Brandy for
Yes.
Path Home.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So it was more so like, okay, well, I want to come in and feed people. I came in last year, was able to feed 90 people. We was able to donate jackets, brand new jackets. We donated soaps and housing materials for the people, like toiletries, diapers, and things. We had 2 nonprofits donate over 100 pairs of shoes for the people.
That's cool.
Provided backpacks for everyone. We came in and cooked a whole entire meal for everyone, including the staff.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah, so
I get to eat too. We're gonna help you
Yes.
this year, so I
Yes.
get to eat too. Okay, good.
Yes. And we're doing it again this year, December 5th.
And we've just got another minute left before we go to break. So when we come back from break, we're going to tell you as a listener how you can help Jevon do this, right? Because he has a website, he has contact information. We're going to throw that out there, and we're going to ask listeners if you guys will help support Jevon, his mission, Path Home, people, right? It takes a lot of hands, right? And in my opinion, it's like if you have 100 people and everybody's like, "Hey, I'll grab a beanie, I'll grab a pair of gloves, I'll grab a jacket," right? You put all that together, right? If each, like you were saying, the 5%, if each person did a little bit, it adds up to a lot.
Yes.
So so when we get back from break, we're gonna give that information to you. So get a pen. Just kidding. Nobody writes anything down anymore. But yeah, we want you to take down this information, and we're encouraging you to send stuff, or you could even just Venmo. We'll give you his Venmo handle. I'm so old. It's like, and then mail a check and put it in the mail. Just stamp. Okay, forget about all this technology. So we'll give you guys that information when we get back. Thank you for tuning in. I've got Jevon here with me today. I'm Trish Smith. You're listening to Pure Intuitive Talk, and we'll be right back. Hey everybody, welcome back. You're listening to Pure Intuitive Talk. I'm your host, Trish Smith. Sorry, we were laughing before we started doing this. With me today is Jevon Deese, and he was just explaining to us about all the beautiful things that he's making happen. And I, myself, and my husband, we're people that will make some shit happen. And I know it's not YouTube, and we can just maybe drop one there, right? And I'll be the only one I'm gonna drop. But so I love me a person that makes stuff happen, right? And so, but you're making it happen.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
can you give us some dates? Can you give us some needs on what you're making happen right now? Right now, he's making happen a dinner.
Yes, a Path Home dinner, hosted by I Supported the Brand, on December 5th of 2024. We are looking to raise, well, I'm gonna say the total from beginning and say where we at now.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so we were looking to raise $6,500, and those $6,500 would buy brand new coats, hats, food, drinks and beverages, products, hair products, and body washes and things of that nature for the families at Path Home. But right now, we have the body wash. We have a barber that's coming to cut hair for
that's
everyone.
cool.
We have the products, let's say soaps and body sprays,
Okay.
broom sprays, and we just landed the diapers at Path Home.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So that brings it all down to about $4,000 right now, and that's going to cover food. That's going to cover coats. That's going to cover bus passes.
Okay.
And that is monthly bus passes. But what we are looking for, that we're not looking for someone to say, "Hey, I have $4,000." You know, we're just looking for.
We're not going to turn it down either. Sorry, go ahead. Let me hold on. Let me jump in right there.
Yeah.
Do you want to spend $4,000? Go ahead. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But I just want to say, we're not greedy. We're not looking for things to say, I need the most, right? I need the most. I just want to make sure that the people have. And to meet the goal is my only goal.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so I say piece by piece, because one piece make two pieces. And we continue that. We have 100 pieces. We'll have all the pieces that we need.
I just know if you got even more than you were looking for, that you would be able to do more with it. So, you know.
Hey, I like it.
Yeah,
I like it, man. I like your point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so we're looking for that. We're on the Venmo. I have a Venmo, and it's that you'll probably see a link come through here. Also, you can also contact me on Facebook, Jevon Deese, or you can go through at I Supported the Brand.
And Jevon is Jevon. Deese is Deese. And I throw an extra E in there. There's 7 E's in there. Deese.
Yes. Yes, you had it right the first time, right?
I might have. I don't even know. I'm tired. You could sing the E's. I don't know. You could say them. You could spell them. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, but yeah, so we're just coming together and with the help of community, with the 15% that I have from my brand and my other businesses as well, just to come together and make this happen for the families. And
they can find you on Instagram too, right?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram as well at I Supported. My Venmo is I Supported the Brand. Okay. Yeah.
And you can always find them on social media, right? And then I'm new to technology, so they can find you on social media. Because some people might be not tech savvy like me. And then they can direct message you too if you want other information. Like if you want him to send you his Venmo link. I can't do words right now. If you want him to send you his Venmo link, you can just send him a message. He can send that to you. And then should we give him the address to a Path Home?
Yes.
So here was one of my thought processes. Amazon, right? Everybody's on there. You're already ordering like 400 things a day. So while you're on there ordering stuff from Amazon, you can order coats, you can order gloves, you can order scarves, you can order beanies, things to help us stay warm right up here in the Pacific Northwest for our houseless, because it is really cold. I mean, we get down, I know there's other parts of the states that get even colder, but it gets down to, 32. We get down under freezing and stuff during the winter.
Yes.
So we have the address for a path home if you're interested in doing that. And even if you want to Google it, right, and make sure you have the right place that you're sending something to, but you can always go into Amazon. You know what we could do too is create a wish list. Have you ever done that in Amazon? You can create a wish list in Amazon, and we can post that list too. Okay. That's how my brain works, with like spitballing ideas. Yeah, he's like the smart one. My brain like spitball stuff. He's focused. So the address is 6220 Southeast 92nd Avenue, Portland, Oregon. The zip code is 97266. So that's the address for a path home. I'm quite certain they would not, be upset if they started getting random Amazon packages full of coats and gloves and hats and scarves and toiletries. And
If you put it in there, if you send something, put in there as a note, a path home dinner. They'll put it to the side. They'll know exactly what it's going for.
yeah,
Path home is in the know of what's happening. We have flyers out together. They are constantly sharing this because they are excited about this. We did this last year, and we have people crying. I was one of the
you
people.
can me cry twice. It's been 30 minutes, dude.
I was one of the people crying because it's really a beautiful thing to help others. And it's a beautiful thing to build community. And with the help of community, we can make this happen again. I know with the help of community, we can make this happen continuously down the road. But right now, we're going to do something major and put smiles on people's faces. And with your help, we can make that happen.
And didn't you tell me earlier it was $38,000 that your brand has given to homeless shelters?
Yes.
Since you started your brand?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna make me cry with me saying it. Like, that's impressive. That's really impressive. No wonder you think you're awesome.
I think I'm awesome.
I mean, I shouldn't say think. No wonder you know you're awesome.
Yeah, that is, to me, that is small to what can actually be done.
Yeah, because you're gonna do more because you're just getting started.
Yes.
He's just getting started.
Yes. When I'm able
Because you're young.
when I can say I've donated $1 million to help others.
You're not that young, but you're young.
But I am thankful for what I have been able to do and accomplish with the help of community. And, I'm blessed to be a blessing. And it just makes me say, hey, there's something to do tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
There's something to do today, tomorrow, and the day after that.
That reminds me of another subject that I wanted to touch on while we're here. We could just do it in whatever order because my brains are scrambled. Mm-hmm. About being God's hands and feet.
Yes.
And about feeling called, right? Like you and I both share that where we know. Mm-hmm. And I don't know about you, but there's been things that God has asked me to do, and I'm kind of like a brat, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. Or it's something I'm afraid of doing. Mm-hmm. And I drag my feet, and sometimes God has me dragging my feet, kicking and screaming, right? Mm-hmm. And there's been times where God's gotten on me and it's gotten louder and louder and louder. And then I do it. And then later I've seen the impact it had. And I'm like, oh, that's why you wanted me to do it right then and there. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean.
Yeah, because he plants the seed in us. And then we'll go in and we'll put it out in the world. And then what it is like this. We are the trees that are growing so people in the future can eat the fruit. Yeah,
stop it.
But yeah, for what right now in the moment, I used to battle. I used to battle saying, "Oh, people not clapping for me for what I do right now." But it's not for the people to clap right now. Mm-hmm. It's for the people to clap later.
Mm-hmm. And for God, the other day I was, getting ready, and I could hear, who are you doing this for? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, for God, and it's like, yeah. Right? Because I get nervous, I get scared, I get nervous, I'm very self-conscious, so I start worrying about what people are going to think, right?
Exactly.
And God's like, who are you doing this for?
Exactly.
I'm not doing it for like, people to say, oh, you did this, right? Like you're not like we're not doing it for that. We're doing it because we know we're supposed to, and we know that's what we're designed to do.
Exactly.
So we're doing it for God's people. And God and I have this thing worked out, like, I don't know, a few decades ago. God said, I take care of his people, he takes care of me. Right? And
that
it's
is so
never
true.
gone. I mean, even when I was living in my truck, I still had shelter.
Exactly.
I had a nice truck, actually. It was a 93 Toyota pickup.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like 95 because I'd gotten in a car accident and I got a settlement. But anyways, it's a nice truck. And it's pretty comfortable back there. But like I haven't gone without food, and I haven't gone without clean running drinking water, right?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? My needs have always been met.
Exactly.
And I feel like from there I can give. Like I don't need more than that. Like as long as I've got clean running drinking water, there's people on the other side of the world that would just die to have the water that we're just rinsing off our bodies with. And I know I've said that in other episodes, but it's so true. We are so fortunate here. We are so fortunate.
Yes, we are. Yes,
Yeah, we have nothing to give, nothing but to give, right? We have so much extra, like it wouldn't even make sense not to give it.
Exactly.
Am I wrong?
Exactly. You are right. You are not wrong. You are right.
Usually, that's what I tell my husband. Tell him.
Yes. Yes. I'm blessed to be a blessing. God put something in me, and I stopped fighting it. I stopped fighting. I just do it.
See how much smarter he is than I am?
Just do it
You're so
because
smart.
like I said before, I was houseless before, and I lived in my car for a total of about 8 months, and it was one of the scariest things. I can imagine people staying on the street.
Yeah.
I couldn't. And that makes me say, no, no, that's not cool. It's not cool that I can sit here and say, I have all of this.
Yeah.
But I can't share with you.
I was telling him earlier, my aunt left us a house and she left us the money, and that is exactly how I felt. I felt like I cannot live in this big house and watch other people suffer. So we gave the money to people. Gave it to my siblings.
Ever since that day, God has blessed me. God has blessed me. God has opened doors for me. God has said, nah, I know the way you think, but you go there and we're going to change the way you think. I'm going to show you the fruit of your labor. You don't have to worry about nobody clapping, because I'm going to clap for you. And my clap is the loudest.
I love that. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, so when you walk in purpose and it's intentional, you'll see your fruit. You'll see your fruit. Because I know I see it every time I help someone. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fruit. That's what we were talking about the first time we talked on the phone. Like we've had the opportunity to witness so many miracles by being willing to be God's hands and feet. Exactly. I've witnessed mothers get their children back. I've witnessed we did foster care. I've witnessed children getting out of situations that they shouldn't have been in. And just by being willing to be God's hands and feet, like I've been on the front line of witnessing, like we get to see it, right? Because when you're there in it, you get to see God's work right there in front of you. Exactly. It's a beautiful thing. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. You wouldn't trade it for nothing. And life experiences is a great thing, even if it's bad. If you find the beauty in it, if you find the beauty in it and keep faith in God, you'll see a beautiful thing come from it. So I also wanted to talk a little bit about your brand, because you were explaining that to me before, and my memory is not awesome. How many years was it? 4 years, you said, that you started your brand? Okay. And he's got clothing. I can't believe I didn't realize that you're like designing it and all, like you're like from step one to out the door. Yeah, ran with it. What does that look like? I mean, you've got equipment. You've got the whole works. It looks like a man that's determined. That's what it looks like. It looks like a man that's determined. Yeah, you wear a lot of hats. Yeah. Yeah, it looks like one, but
Legit.
it's really 20 right
Like
there. It's
30 on
20.
there. Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah,
That's
but
a lot.
yeah, so the brand is the brand, right? It's like, as I said before, an embodiment of me, but you get so many different versions of me. Because I make these different collections. I have a Euphoria collection.
Okay.
It says happiness at its finest. That's the tagline for it. Let me see, you got God got me. And say you got God got me.
You're good.
And
I'm glad you're on it. Can you just go on every episode with me?
yeah, let me know. Let me know. Yeah, but so yeah, it got God got me. You have doers. You have doers department. You have
I want to talk about that.
yeah.
We do have to go to a break, but I want to talk about that because I saw the doers and I was like, does that what I think it means? So when we get back, I want you to explain that to me.
All right.
Okay. We have a break. We have to go to break. You're listening to Pure Intuitive Talk. I'm Trish Smith. This is Transformation Talk Radio. This is Jevon Deese. Jevon and I will be back in a minute. Thank you for tuning in. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm Trish Smith, the host of Pure Intuitive Talk. With me today is Jevon Deese, and we are talking about his brand. We are talking about his mission. We are talking about his calling, and his calling is a calling that we share in some ways when it comes to serving others, right? And so he and I are both people that care about people. So I have this feeling that like we were designed, like there were people that were going to come and take care of the animals, and there's people that are going to come and they're designed to take care of the environment. And there's people that are designed to come and take care of, the different things. But like you and I both share people, right? Like there's people that are advocating and for pets and animals and endangered species and all those things. But you and I think, share the calling of we were designed to take care of people.
Yes.
I mean, I love animals
Yeah.
and the environment. I do, but I feel like where I'm called to, where I'm led to serve is with people.
Yes. I've always been a supportive person. Growing up as a child, I always wanted to help people. Like, oh, I can help you do your homework. I can help you run fast, because I was pretty fast and growing up. So I always been a supportive person. And what's crazy about my brand is I was making a name. I came up with I supported the brand. And then I wanted to have numbers, but symbolic numbers, right? So I said I'm gonna use 8992. Then I went in.
I saw those numbers on time. Okay, so you're gonna tell me what they are, and then I remembered I wanted to ask you about doers. Okay, so tell me about all of it. Okay.
So I put 8992 with it. And then I started looking up on Google. Google is my friend. So I'm
I like Google too. Yeah. You're okay. Even if they're bought out and it's all, you can't find real information in there, but it's still good. It's still good.
But I Google it and I say angel numbers.
Okay. Yeah.
So the 89, it means guidance of angels and a higher power.
Okay.
And I've always felt like every step that I take, because I have my little brother upstairs, my grandpa, my grandma, I have so many angels that have protected me and kept me safe. And God has wrapped his arms around me and kept me safe. So that is very symbolic. 92 is manifestation and achieving your goals. If you believe in it, you can achieve it. And I've been manifesting stuff all my life.
I'm telling you, I have a lot to learn from you. I really do.
So when it came, the idea hit and boom, I put it together and I did my research on it and I was like, this is me all the way through. This is me. It can't be nothing else but me. So I felt like it was my purpose to make this like, oh, I'm on my path. Doers is exactly that. Doers.
Is it? I loved
Doors.
it because my
It's
husband is a doer, man. That
yes,
guy gets stuff done. I don't
yes,
know how many bombs
yes,
I'm gonna drop, but he gets it done. He makes it happen. So
yes,
I love that. We're gonna need some
yes,
doers gear.
yes.
I'm gonna need some flight as possible gear.
Okay.
I'm gonna need some God got me gear. I don't
Mhm.
even know what else you got, but I need to get me some gear. But I love it. I love your messages. I love
Yes,
it.
the doers come from, and out everything that I create is a piece of me, and doers come from me because I was like, well, I want to do this. I go
Yeah.
out and do it. I want to say this. I go out and say it. So it's just a representation of me because it's like whatever I feel I can do it, and can't nobody stop me because I got God behind me.
And sitting next to you, and I'm sure you guys can feel it, right? Because we feel each other's energy, but like sitting next to it just feels like I'm sitting next to this instrument of God.
Yes.
Don't get a big head. Like, don't,
No,
I'm just
it's
kidding. Like,
already big. You can't get no big.
but like, I can just feel God working through you, you know? And we both know, God's in every cell in our body, right?
Yes, yes.
But yeah,
If it wasn't for God and me seeking, I wouldn't be doing this.
well, God's seeking you. Because I don't know about you, but I've like tried to get away from it sometimes. Like, I know, all right, okay, I know. And then like it doesn't leave me alone. Like God doesn't leave me alone. It's like I'm like, okay, God seeks you,
God has
you seek
been,
God.
yes,
It's
God,
mutual.
yes, God, but you say God seeks you, I say God has you the whole time.
True.
He don't have to seek you. He know where you are. He
That's
know
true.
exactly where you are.
That's
He know
true.
exactly what you're thinking. He know
That's
exactly how
true.
you feeling. He don't have to seek you. You seek him when you feel
That's
lost.
true. Yeah.
But when you
I can't argue with that.
so
Yeah,
when you
no,
say
right.
God is with me all the time, God is with you all the time. But
Mhm.
are you with God?
Yeah.
Because you want to say, I want to be better than I was yesterday. I want to be better than I was the day before yesterday. I want to be like, I don't want to be like Jesus. I want to walk like Jesus.
Yes.
I'm
Can I?
not perfect.
Yeah. And can I ask you,
Hmm
because I've only experienced it because I came in hearing what I would only explain as the voice of God my whole life. And I've only had 2 times in my life where I experienced where I didn't have that. Have you ever experienced where you didn't have it? For me, it was awful. And I'm like, is this what people feel like? So I think I've experienced a couple times in my life now what other people feel like when they don't have that connection to the divine and they feel severed and stuff. Have you ever experienced that?
Yes, in my
Yeah.
lows, I asked like, why? Many of times. I felt like I didn't know which way was up many of times.
It's awful, huh?
Yeah, it's awful. It's scary.
It's hard.
It's scary, but then it's also it's
Yeah.
it's also a warming feeling because when you feel lost and then you see that light come through,
Mhm.
or you see what you've been asking for come through, you see what you've been praying for come through.
And have you felt like I've literally felt where it's like I've had some dark moments where I'm like, I give up. Like I was like, there's been 2 times in my life where I'm like, I legit was like, I give up, and like, and I've just, gone into that depth and literally felt that presence
Mhm.
pulling me out of it and just like, nope, got you. And it's like, okay, and
Yeah.
so I just hope that everybody gets to feel that. And we only have a couple minutes left, but because I love what you're saying, do you have anything that you would like, any advice you would offer for people that have ended up in those places that we have where we feel like we're severed from the divine and we're,
Yeah, what I would say would be this is stop. Stop fighting, stop running, and start saying what you want, how you want it, and say put God first. That's it. Put God first. When you put God first, everything else comes. It'll fall into place.
so true.
All the things that you ask for come to. If you believe in manifestation, you know that it first starts when you sleep and it comes to you in a dream.
Mhm.
And then when from that dream, when you say, I want to do this, then you start putting that work in. and you make that happen. And you see that manifest into what you saw in your dream. And that dream isn't really a dream. It's God speaking to you. It's God saying, this is what I want for you. Do you want it?
Thank you
Yeah.
for that. I've noticed in my life, it's like God's like, you're waiting for you. You take that first step and you're just met right on the path. But you don't take that first step, just waiting.
Yeah.
Just waiting.
And
you start stepping on that step right there to meet you. Well, thank you for making me cry 3 times. Maybe even 4. I'm always like, I can't cry on here. I have mascara on. But thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I appreciate your message. Cry and stop it. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
Yeah, look away.
Okay. Made me cry. I really do appreciate what you're doing. And I hope and encourage our listeners to support. I support it. I hope that you support Jevon's mission. I hope that you reach out, or that you just send something, whatever it is you want to do. I mean, if everybody listening sent a jacket, or sent a pair of gloves, or sent a beanie or something, it adds up. Or send $10 on the Venmo. I mean, I've raised for donations. I've raised money, but for different causes before. And I've had people be like, I only have $10. Well, let me tell you, like, when everybody pitches in that $10, it adds up.
Yes, it does.
So please don't ever feel like if you want to give, that what you're going to give is too small, because I guarantee you it multiplies itself.
Yes, it does.
Stop making me cry. Okay, we're going to go. Thank you, everybody, for your support. Sheesh. Okay. Thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting him. And thank you for listening. I'm Trish Smith. This is Jevon Deese. You're listening to Pure Intuitive Talk on Transformation Talk Radio. Thank you for listening to Pure Intuitive Talk with me, Trish Smith, your Pure Intuitive Guide. Come back and join us for encouragement to take responsibility and to connect to your whole being. Remember that every moment is the right moment to choose peace, acceptance, and forgiveness. We all have the courage to look deep within, get real with ourselves, and make upgrades to our ways of interacting with the world. It's been my privilege to share this hour with you. For more information about me, go to pureintuitiveguide.com. That's pureintuitiveguide.com. Thanks again, and we will see you here next time on Transformation Talk Radio.